So, what's up, people of the internet? This is Megasan Pika here. Not on camera because for some reason the audio doesn't want to work anymore. So, all my videos are gonna just look like this and sound like this until I get a microphone back. Well, a correct microphone. Because this microphone is just, it's just a regular old microphone that I don't use. And, I did post a video like this earlier with a camera, but I had to take it down because there was no audio. And I searched up the reason why, and it's like a common thing with this microphone and everything. So I had to get a different one, and, I can't do it with the camera because the camera was a part of the microphone and stupid stuff. So yeah, I'll post this video. This is going to go up after I've taken down that video, and well, you'll be seeing this. You're seeing this video right now, so it doesn't matter. So anyways, let's get this review on podcast. By now, that's what it is. Seriously. So, to start off, the people of Dressrosa are running from the bird cage, and, they're still about to get killed, and everyone's just running to the middle of Dressrosa so they don't be killed or anything, and everyone else are just, they're climbing up to higher places, trying to get to the middle, and then there's Zoro. Well, before Zoro's running, Kinemon and Kanjuro comes running towards him, and they say, "Where are you going? Like, where is he off to?" And he's like, he's going to try and block it, which gives an indication that he's trying to block the bird cage. Why would he want to block the bird? Why is he trying to block the bird cage? I thought it was impossible to block, but okay. And then we have Cavendish and Law here. And Cavendish says he knew about the moment he saw the trade center on the ground, that the war and even if the war and Doflamingo were defeated, the waves of stuff that'll happen around the world is like not going to end. It is probably going to send like stronger and higher up people to notice it. And I guess Law said, that's exactly that's what he wanted, and that's his plan. Then we go back over to Doflamingo and Luffy throws his sandals. I don't know why he needs to do that. But, he uses armored hockey on his arm, and he goes fourth gear, and he blows air into his arm, kind of like how he blows air into his thumb when he uses third gear. But here in fourth gear, he blows on his arm and uses in his muscle balloon instead of bone balloon that he used on third gear. He uses muscle balloon here on third gear, which adds air to his muscle, and then he sends the muscle, some other muscle, other muscle to the rest of his body, and that's fourth gear. Well, not all the way. He uses armored hockey, goes to his arms and to his legs, and he turns into like this gorilla-looking version of Luffy with the husky, muscly armored hockey arms and legs, and he's constantly bouncing, and he's smoking. He has smoke around him like second gear, and he has armored hockey on his arms and legs, and he's round and bigger. And this is fourth gear bounce man, what it says around here. And Doflamingo's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, is this what you were doing? I thought you were actually pulling like a trick or something." And it's like, okay. And Doflamingo says right here, you use the spring-like ability of your rubber and expand yourself, but look at you now, you can't even stand properly. Which means, I'm guessing Luffy can't, I guess he can't stay still because he's Bounce Man Luffy now, 4th gear. He's constantly bouncing in place. And then Luffy says he had to fight every day. He had to fight every day of the 2 years. So yeah, he's still going on about the 2-year skip and how, he did this and that and all of that. And he had to fight 2 years with all the animals that were like the size of a monster, and he had to use this giant size and spring ability to be able to defeat them. So that means he used 4th gear already during the 2-year skip. Where does that like counterattack 3D2Y? Because that was nowhere in 3D2Y. Nor was it ever mentioned before, or in any type of way or form that I can remember, at least. And here we go with Doflamingo saying like what can you even do? And it's like, and then Doflamingo says, from the looks of it, you can't even move properly in that form. So I'm guessing Luffy can't move properly or something. So then Luffy like charges at him at like a supersonic speed, going Gumu Gumu no. And then Doflamingo's like, what's going on? He pulled his arm back. He pulled his arm back until it was inside of his own body, and his fist went inside and Luffy's arm. His hand went inside his fist, and his hand looked like a cannon. And then he shot his arm out with all this force and annihilated Doflamingo, obliteratized him, using his new attack, Gumu Gumu no King Kong Gun, which this has a ring to it, actually. And this attack obliteratizes, destroys Doflamingo. It sends him flying off into the distance. And the guy is like, wait, what is Doflamingo doing here? How he come all the way down here from the palace? How is this even possible? And then these marine guys come out there like, Doflamingo, why are you here? And Doflamingo's like, that's what I like to ask myself. And everyone is running away like, Doflamingo, oh no, Doflamingo. Because, I think everyone's scared of Doflamingo now because the bird cage and how he's able to control people, and, he's the cause of everything that's been happening recently on Dressrosa. And, anybody be scared of this guy right now. And then Luffy comes flying down, actually. Not jump. He doesn't jump down or anything. No, he flies down. And Doflamingo says he's flying down by using the force of his springs. So his body has become a rubber spring thingamajigger now? I don't know. But yeah, Luffy can fly now using his spring ability. Kinda how Sanji uses Skywalk and CP9 uses their Moonwalk ability. So Luffy's using this ability now, I guess, of some sort. And then Luffy, does a Dragon Ball Z teleport thing, uses this Gumu Gumu no Rhino, whatever is pronounced. However you say this attack is, and kicks the living crap out of Doflamingo's face, and by God, he sends him flying again. And everyone's like, whoa, who's that? Where did this big guy come from? And he's like an elastic ball, because Luffy, he's just bouncing around everywhere. He's literally just bouncing around. And Doflamingo just like getting destroyed over here. And then Doflamingo explains to us that he used armored hockey to make his skin harder. With that, he increased his elasticity by 10-fold, so he could stretch more, and he made his skin harder with armored hockey, and he could stretch even more, I'm guessing. So then Luffy like shoots his arm out to Doflamingo, and Doflamingo dodges it and tries to kick Luffy, which actually has no effect on Luffy because, you know, the armament hockey making his skin harder, and, you know, it doesn't hurt anymore. Luffy like bounces Doflamingo off of him like it's useless. And Luffy like shoots his arm out in like a zigzag form, and is like, what the heck? Like, his arm is like shooting around like a laser hitting mirrors, and mollywops Doflamingo in the face. Oh my god. And that's like the end of the chapter. And again, I'm sorry for no video, no face of mine, but, you know, that's okay. I could do this for a while. See, well, you know.